Okay, and let me get the chat also so that I can see. Correct. So I think beautiful. I think you folks are really strong players. Huh? You are going to become really strong players. You are seeing it immediately, even before I started. Yes. So this is the position. I think we are going to continue from last session. Last session, I hope now everybody knows how to mate with the queen alone, very easily, very quietly, without getting, right? I hope all of
I
you
played with my friend yesterday for 4 matches,
okay.
and I won 4 matches.
Okay, very nice, very nice. All right.
So, is it chess day?
Sorry.
Is
This
it
is
chess day?
yeah. This is ChessBase Viewer. Yes, I have ChessBase also, and this is what you are saying is ChessBase Viewer. This is free. So viewing is free. So you can also download it on your laptop if you want. ChessBase Viewer. I will talk about it in the next session. Okay. All right. Okay. So let us see. So this is the position, and we are going to learn the art of checkmating with two rooks. Okay, without any fuss, without any tension, without any pressure, easily, like the left hand, just woken out of sleep, and also you can checkmate. Okay, that is the familiarity that you need to get it. And let us start with this. This is the first trickiest position because both rooks are under attack, and I think by now you have found out that you will want to how to first of all prevent the king from taking one of the rooks is defend it together. They are very good defenders of each other, right? Unlike two bishops which can never defend each other, two rooks can very easily defend each other. Okay, so first move we have already played. Okay, now we have to now obviously king has got only one move now, black. So black king is going to play here. That is the only move. So now you have to have the technique of squeezing the black king towards the edge of the board. Okay. So for that, you need to do one thing. You need to be, first of all, the rooks are together in one line now, right? So what you really want is you really want this line as well as this line to be blocked. How to do that? You have to move one rook to the other line. But if you move it right now, the king is going to take it, right? Either rook on e6 if you move it, then also king will take it, or e4 if you move it, then also black king will take it. So what is the technique? The technique in two rook checkmates is to go as far away from the king as possible. So here I move the rook here. Okay, I move the rook to d2. I don't move it to d1. Why anyone guesses why I'm not moving it to d1?
No. Because the king will get more space to move.
The king is there finally in that. So when later on when you are trying to mate it, finally that rook will kind of get come in the way of the king, or the king will come in the way of the rook. Hence, I am moving the rook to d2. You are right. I think very bright kids. Okay. So now black king, what he does, he still comes here. Okay. He's not going to allow the other rook also to come to e6, right? So now you cannot move this rook to e2 because then other rook will fall because it does not have defense. And the other rook, if you move it to e6, then also it does not have defense, right? So how to go forward? How to go forward? Now that I have given you a clue, now can you imagine the move for d5? No, not d5. No, not d5. d5, if you whichever rook you move to d5, the king will start escaping on the other side. Okay, so d8, who said that? Ashish, brilliant. Ashish has got the absolutely right idea. Make the other rook also as far away from the king so that the king will not be able to come and harass it. Okay, not on e2 immediately. See, you see what happens if you move it here carelessly. This king will simply take the other rook. Then you have to learn the art of checkmating with a single rook. Okay, it is also possible, but why to make it difficult, right? So rook to d8, go away as far as possible from the king. Okay, now it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how this one. So now after this, let us say if black king plays here, king to e4. Okay, now you can give a check because now the king is not be able to kill. Rook to e2, brilliant. Now have you seen how you have squeezed? Now this line is gone and this line is also gone for the black king. So now he has to force to come either f4 or f3. Let us say he comes to f3 and makes it life as much difficult as possible for the rook. Okay, so if he comes to f3, what do you do? E8, correct. Sarsh has got it right. Rook to e8. They are defending each other. Now tell black king to move again. Now black king, let us say if he moves to g3. Okay. If he moves to g3, then f8. Agampreet has got it. Now
F8.
the other king here. Now you have squeezed him. Can you see from where you have brought the king? Where? Squeezing him, right? So f8, brilliant. So now king really has got only a couple of moves left now, right? So king will come to, let us say he comes to g4. Okay. If he comes to g4, then brilliant. Kiranpreet has got it. Rook to g2. Now, can you see how much the squeezing has happened? This is not available and this is also not available for the king. So now he is going to either h2, sorry, h3, h4 or h5. Doesn't matter where he goes. Absolutely wherever he can go. Now you have got the checkmate. Okay. See how you have made the checkmate from the time when one of your rooks was attacked in the beginning. Now it is only 8 moves. So from the time not only you defended the rook, but after that you squeeze the king to a checkmate within 7 more moves. Right? This is the technique. Remember. See, key part that you have to remember is first. Let me go back. Let me go back to the original position. First, you have to defend both your rooks. You need to have them under thing. They should not be gone. Okay. So how do you do that? First, you do this. After that, you ensure that you try to squeeze the king, but always not allowing him to attack your rook and take it. So if he goes here, the technique is really to go away from the king, because once you are away from the king, it is difficult for the king. See, rook can move 4, 5, even 7 places in one go. King will take one square at a time, so it will take a lot of time. And by the time, then you can squeeze him. Okay, so after this, again black king attacks, but then other king also goes away all the way. Now the black king is going to take 2 more moves to reach the uh, 2 more moves to reach the reach any of the rooks. So by the time you get the chance to squeeze the king. Now king will come here again attacking the rook, but remember not to give simply check. Okay, always remember that your rook is under attack. First defend it, and then after the king moves, then again squeeze. Okay, then after this it is really finished. Now you know how to this one, so it doesn't matter, right? So this is the technique of meeting with the 2 rooks. Okay, so when you are meeting with the 2 rooks, see, our king has not moved at all. White king has not moved at all. Okay, but when meeting with a queen, because it's a single piece, right? It alone cannot go and check the king without any support. So it needs support. So king is required with the queen, but 2 rooks do not really require the help of the king. They can themselves checkmate it. Okay, that is the power of the 2 rooks. Okay, any questions? Any questions? So now I think you'll be feeling very, very confident now. I think in your games now. See, till now, I used to observe that many times, even with 2 rooks, something else, that it was difficult for checkmate. Okay, so sometimes 2 queens and then checking around, etc. But I think now that you have heard, you have seen how to checkmate with a lone queen and with the 2 rooks. Now your game should be like end game. You will be able to convert it very easily now. Okay, but the game does not end here. So this is 2 rooks is very easy. Queen is also very easy. Okay, Now, what we are going to learn next is, let us set up the position. I will set up the position and I will say, okay, let us take this position only with, okay, black to play. White is, what did I pay? It is black to play, correct. So obviously check is there, right? So here, can you win this? Can you win this?
Yes, sir, we can win this.
Okay, so let us see. Let us see. Who wants to tell me the move for white? It is like queen, but it is considerably slightly different, or maybe many different, because queen has got the diagonal power also. See, the difference between a queen and a rook is a black king can never, I mean, a king can never attack the opponent's queen. And you know why? Because king can only move one square at a time, and it is only attacking power is also limited to one square. But to hit the queen, it has to go next to the queen. But how can it go next to the queen? It will be in check, because the queen attacks both straight lines as well as diagonals, right?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you can move the elephant to 8F. So it will be a nice.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I think that's a very good move, but we will require some more help. We will see that. First, let me listen to what I'm saying. Okay, queen, because the queen attacks all sides, all the, so one square, if you take it from the queen, all the 8 squares, so will be attacked by the queen, and hence the king will not be able to come near it. Okay, but the king can come near it. Near it means next to the square of a rook, bishop, or a knight. All of them it can attack. Queen it cannot attack a king. Okay, this is a very big difference, and because of this, what happens is, whenever it attacks the rook, you will need the support of the white king. White king means whoever has got the rook. I mean, just alone with the rook alone, you cannot mate him. Plus, it is slightly more difficult than mating with the queen, because the queen also hits diagonally. So the black king can never attack the queen, and so you get easy time. You can just bring your your king into the position as and when you want. The queen will never be attacked, but a rook will be attacked. So let us see. I think somebody said, which is the right thing. In this position, the first thing that you do is block the king's escape further around the board. So now that there are only 2 files for it, one is G and one is H. This is a very good move. Okay, who said this? Rook F8. Somebody told me this, and it's a very good move.
Sir, Vedansh.
Medansh, okay, Medansh, you know this. Okay, so let us see what black does. Okay, black, let us say he plays king to G5. Okay, now what will you play?
Rook to F7.
No, rook to F7 if you play, king will go to G6. King will go to G6 and attack the rook. Okay. So I will tell you what is the thing that is required. So you need to have your king and the rook combined. So king, right now they are very much apart. They are on the other edge of the board. So you need, no, rook G8 will be wrong. Okay. You have to remember, if you do G8, then what happens is the king escapes on the other side, and where all the other of the
King G2.
Sir, king to G1.
not G1. You require to come to G2. Okay. King should come to G2, because finally it has to come near the rook. So, okay. So as quickly as possible. So G2. Okay.
So we can shoot it. Then it will be like this. It will be a check. Then the.
Correct. Let us see. I will show you. I will show it. See, the black king is not going to sit quiet. It is going to try and attack the white rook. Okay. It will take 2 steps, but it is going to attack like this. Okay. But what you should do, you should bring your white king closer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if it goes and attacks the white rook, okay, then what you do, you move the white rook. You have to move the white rook. Okay. But you should not leave the F file now, because the king is like cordoned off from the rest of the board. You want to keep him on just G and H. Okay. But at the same time, you want to defend your rook. Who said that? Archit, you brilliant answer. Himika also. Rook to f5. Okay, and there is a deep idea behind this, because what if the king attacks? What if the king attacks? Now what should you do?
You should move the king.
Ah,
King to G4.
brilliant. King to g4. Now you are telling now my rook is defended and it is on f5 plus it is on f5, which means that the black king cannot cross the 5th rank. It has to be only 7th or 8th, and it has to be only.
And has only one position. It can only go in edge.
It can go also in g7 also it can go, but fine. I mean, it is so much. Can you see how much it has boxed in? This is the rook's control, and now the king has got only these squares left. Okay, apart from itself. So this is the key thing. You have to squeeze him like this with the help, and you should never, once you have got this thing right now, this rectangle should keep getting smaller and smaller. Okay, so let us say if the king moves to g7, if the king moves to g7, then what you should do?
King to G5.
Correct.
G5.
King to g5. King to g5. Okay. King to g5. Okay. So not allowing the other king. Now he has got only 3 moves. Here, here, and here. Whichever one you played. Okay. Whichever one you played, let us say he plays it here. Okay. Now you have to think smartly, okay, and not just mechanically. Now you can afford to give him a check.
Yes.
You can afford to give him a check. Even if he attacks and your rook, you have a way to defend your rook.
King
to G6.
King to g6. Can you see now? Can you see the squeeze?
Diagonal.
Can you see the squeeze now?
He has only one square.
Square to move.
Yeah. And now?
The game will be over.
Now this is a checkmate.
To F8.
Yeah, rook to f8 is a checkmate. Okay, but there may be many other variations can also occur, but sometimes it may happen that after this, whatever reason, you go here, and I mean, if whatever reason, if your king, the other mating pattern is that even if suppose you go like this also, okay, then other new variation, other thing is that, see, you have in this position also it's a checkmate in 1.
You can take it in
A8. Rook A8.
Rook A8. Can you see? When the kings are like this, then all these squares are taken away from each other because they are fronting each other, right? Because they block each other. So the king cannot come here. Now the other side is the outside of the chessboard. So king cannot go beyond the 8th rank, right? So the rook A8 is a checkmate. And if you have been doing the mate in 1 chess puzzles that I had given as homework assignment on Chess King, you will see many examples of this. So you will be very familiar with this.
I have finished everything.
I have done the all puzzles. Only volume 3 is not opening.
Okay, okay, all right, good. Okay, so fine. So have you learned this technique? Let me understand. Have you learned this technique? Then if you have learned it, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new position. Okay, and where the white rook is here, the black king, let me put the white king not here but here, and let me put the black king not here but here somewhere. Okay, and it is white to play. Okay, fine. Now who can tell me the move for white?
Rook to E8.
Who said that?
Mama, Aditya.
Aditya, brilliant. Rook to a5 will be wrong. Rook to a6 is also okay, because then you are saying that you don't cross the 6th rank and be on this side. Or rook to d8. Both of them are correct. Okay, you can come here also and allow the king only on the smaller thing.
But I think it should be in 8 E8 because it's a nice move and it has more cover.
Yeah, sir. It should be in E8.
Okay, fine. It is up to you, but a6 is also okay. I'm telling you, a6 is also okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Now, as we saw,
A6, the king will have more space to move.
yeah, king will go to f6. Then what you should move?
But it will take some
Go far off the king.
Rook to e4.
Rook to e4. Then the king will come to f5 and again attack the rook, harass the rook.
Yeah, rook to e4.
Rook to E2.
No, at this point of time, just hold on. Okay, first try to bring your king first. Try
Yeah.
to bring your king. Okay, let him attack. Let him attack your rook. Now you play what you were saying. Rook to
Rook to E2.
e2. Good, good. Now black king will take quite some time to attack you, right? Okay, let me see. He starts playing this. Then what should be your move now?
The king.
King to c3.
Correct.
King to C3.
Let us say that black king moves here. Then
King to D4.
you're brilliant. King to d4. Yes, you have to bring your king into the attack. Okay. Fine. Now,
Okay.
now, if not
Ra to e4. Ra to e4.
where first of all it is black to play. So where will he play? Black to play now. You have to. There is one more trick I will tell you. See, if he moves here, then what you are saying is correct. You should play the rook to e4. Okay, because then you have got him into this rectangle now, right? And after that, you know you have to squeeze it one by one. But if he plays here in front of your king, now what will you do?
Rook to F2 check.
Who said that? Who said that?
Rook to E4.
No, rook to e4. What is the thing is that king will go to f5. Okay, so it is not.
So we should move f2.
Yeah, rook to f2. You have to spot this opportunity because the kings are facing each other. When they are facing each other, this king cannot come here, and
So
now
the king will get so much squeezer than before.
yeah, it will get
Can
squeezed
only
now.
go in center. The all blocks are blocked. So
Yeah,
it can
you
only go in center and this position.
Correct. Now let us say even if the king goes here, now you know you can defend your rook by
You have to move to E3.
king to e3. See, now the rook is this one. It is coming very much.
Now it should move here.
Okay, if you move here, then
We can move it to g2.
To F4.
rook to-
F4.
okay, f4 is also correct. No problem. Then
Correct. But I think it should move. But I think it should be.
I think it should not be f4 because the king will move to f3. Sorry, g3
I
and then
think it should be in g2. G2.
no
I think it
g2.
should be
If you, no
F3.
G2 if you do, see, remember always, G2 if you do, what will happen? Then king will escape. You were trying to squeeze him and now you have allowed him to escape. So you don't want to allow.
Rook to H2. Should be to F3. Rook to F3.
No, I am suggesting one thing. Is go to F1.
Yeah, f1. Right. Nice move.
So where does he move now?
2, 4,
H5.
5h.
If he goes to h5, then your work is easy. Then you will put to g1. You will put the rook to g1 and it will be easy. But black will not do this. Black will want to give you some trouble. So let us say he goes to g3. If he goes to g3, then now you go to f4.
G1.
Can you see now?
Now it's too much. He has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squares.
So let us say if he goes here, if he
3.
goes h3, then
3h. H3.
if he goes here, then bring your king.
Yeah.
F3.
2, f3, and then you can move your Ra to 4g. Then it will be.
See, you have to grab this. If the king ever goes to the edge of the board, then you have to make sure that he never comes out again. Okay. So now he will not be able to come out. Now if he comes here also, now what you do?
Rook to H4.
Rook to G4 now.
G4.
G4.
Rook to G4.
Yeah. Rook to G4. Okay. And if the king attacks the rook, now
Yes. It
attack
will
the,
be a wrong move.
what will you do?
It
Move the
is
king.
a wrong move.
Move the rook. So move the rook
Where?
to G3.
No, G3 is wrong because then the king, see
To
earlier he was,
G8.
not, okay, may not be even G8. You actually, you, where, you
G6.
know where you want to move it to?
Yeah.
A4. Why? Because you don't want him to cross this line. Okay, if you move to G8, etc., then he will cross this H4. He will go to H4, H5, etc. You don't want him, right? You want him now to keep him into H1, H2, H3. So now, let us say he goes here.
Yeah, we can move our rook to
G4.
Wait.
G4.
Wait.
Rook to
Two
G4 is wrong because king will come to H3 again. And again it will be repetition. King to
S2.
F2. Now again, you see what you are doing after, because what had happened is that black king was threatening to come out here, right? On the G side. You don't want him to come. So you block him by the king. So now let us say black king again goes to H3. Now what do you do?
Rook to A1.
Not A1, because the moment you go to A1, can you see this Lakshman Rekha is you are taking away, then the king will go to H4. Okay, see the beauty, just no. I think, see, if you move the king, then also the other king will escape, and so just move the rook around and just, it is like passing the move. Okay, slightly passing the move. What the black has got? Black has got no option other than, now you have locked this up, right? And this is also locked up. So king has to only come back. Now
Rook H4 checkmate.
correct.
F4.
You got it. Now that you have got it, it's a rook H4 checkmate. So sometimes you have to make these moves waiting moves. Can you see we made a wait? This is called as a waiting move. Rook A4 to B4. Okay, essentially the rook is from the perspective of the king, the rook's power and where it is putting Lakshman Rekha, that is not changing, but white has got a turn to move, so he's just moving it. Okay, what this is very important. Okay, because if you move the king, then again black will come here and again threaten to do this. So again you have to, so it's a repetition, right? So you cannot allow that. If the king comes here, then also the black rook will escape out again.
Yeah.
So you have to just wait by, so when this happens, you just wait it from rook A4 to B4. Again, you are asking, okay, now you make the move. So, and then now he makes the move. Now you get a brilliant chance to checkmate. Okay.
It's like this. Too much.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Okay, I'm getting some noise too much, so I'm going to be muting all of you. Okay. Yes, but you can continue on the chat, but see, so I hope you got all of this. Okay, so we have learned some very important things. We have learned how to checkmate with the queen and king, how to checkmate independently with the two rooks, and now we have learned how to checkmate with a single rook. So if you can checkmate with a single rook, you can already be proud of, because 80% of the normal chess players that you will come across, maybe 70%, they will not know how to checkmate with the rook. Okay, just give them. If they are good, then they will know. But if you are not good, but generally they know the rules of the game, they play with you. Maybe your brother, sister, or maybe dad. But if they are not expert at chess, they will not know how to checkmate with the rook. And now you know. Okay. So, all right. So this is what I wanted to cover, and we have come to the end of it. This session, very important session, end game session. So now it is time to go back to live chess practice tournament. Okay, practice games. So if you have, okay, Himika, you are saying you did not understand something. What is it that you didn't understand? Maybe you can unmute or you can type.
एक बार बोल.
Yeah, Himika, go ahead.
I did not understand how to do a checkmate with a single rook.
Oh, you see, this, have you done some practice puzzles on mate in one? Then you will have got it. Okay. So what is the
I
thing?
did some before.
See here, the whole idea is how does the rook attack in straight lines, right? So
Yes.
what you need to do is you need to get a king to the edge of the board like it has got here, and you need to get your own king opposite to it. So when you do that, then you block all of these squares. See, can you see now? Now if you check the king from this side, then the king will not have any place to go. That is the technique of checkmating with the rook. But you require your king to be opposing the black king in such a way that it blocks it coming out. And you can see the edge of the board here. So a rook checkmate will always happen on the edge of the board. Okay. Even queen checkmate for that matter, but rook checkmate is especially more so. The kings will have to be in this position, opposing to each other. Okay, remember, then only the checkmate can happen. If white king is on f1, then checkmate cannot happen because the black king will have escape route on g3. Or if white king is on f3, then black king will be able to escape from g1. So, but when they are facing each other, say h2 and f2, now all these squares are blocked, and the rook, it can deliver the checkmate. So what, Himika, actually you kind of understand it, but maybe you are getting confused. Now that with this knowledge, you do the mate in one problems again. The rook mate in one, rook checkmates. Okay, that you do it, you will very easily understand now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, Rutvij said he has done 1,000 problems. Very good, very good. The more you do it, the better. No problem. All right. So we are going to now